everybody, my name is Sandra Yap from FOMOMedia, and I am here with the founder of Fusion and Bitsy, Mr. D. Jun Chen. Thank you for being here with us today. Is this your first time in Malaysia?
Yeah, first time. Very
Welcome
excited.
to Malaysia.
Thank you
Do
so
you like
much.
the country?
Yeah, very much. You know, when I landed here, I found, just like you know.
It's really relaxed, right?
Yeah, very relaxed.
Very relaxed.
Very relaxed.
Now, the first question I want to ask you is, Southeast Asia is often spoken of as the blockchain's new growth hub. In your opinion, what do you think? What do you think the reason is?
We can tell from today's event. You know, so many people joined this event because a lot of people, they are excited about the blockchain technology, and new technology always get into real business in some area who really have passion about it. So that's why I think it's a kind of hub, and everyone like China is not far away from here. And Japan, South Korea is not far away from here, and we see the market in Australia is not far away from here. So it's very good.
So we're like the middle point.
Yes.
Middlemen.
Yeah, and today I see a lot of people from Thailand and other countries to come to Malaysia.
And what do you think is the low-hanging fruit for blockchain in this part of the world?
Low-hanging fruit. I think actually there are no low-hanging fruit. Everything,
Everything is very high-hanging.
Yeah, and I think, but there are something we can do today. Obviously, exchange.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the business model of exchange, right? And today, we can see a lot of people there trying to develop the different technologies in blockchain to help the supply chain.
Yeah.
To help finance.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
And the people can understand the nature how blockchain can help the supply chain and finance. So in this area, I think probably it's just like what you have said, the low-hanging fruit.
The low-hanging.
Yes.
And what do you think the challenges are for blockchain adoption in this part of the world? What do you think we can do to solve that?
The first challenge is the perception. When we're talking about AI, artificial intelligence, it's not very difficult to explain. Every people knows what artificial intelligence is, but when you explain what blockchain is to other people, it's quite different. It's quite difficult. So the first challenge is perception. How we can have people to have
a better understanding.
Better understanding of
I think we need more like layman explanation, not like proof of work, consensus.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, huh? What is that?
What is that?
What is proof of work? And then we just go on and explain, proof of work is this, but nobody understands the basic of blockchain, even how it actually works,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
How do you input information in the ledger? Nobody knows.
Yes. What is ledger?
What is the ledger,
Yeah. So the second challenge is that I think it will be the regulation. We have to admit the blockchain and the cryptocurrency introduced something very new, like the cryptocurrencies, tokens, and all of those represent the value. And when we're talking about the value, it will refer to finance, right? So finance is always the highly regulated industry, no matter where, including Malaysia, China, United States, everywhere. It's highly regulated industry. So maybe this is the second challenge. We have to have a very good regulation to rule all of this industry to develop in the future.
What do you think of the recent trend of security tokens? Because everyone is talking about, the next wave is security tokens. What is your opinion of that?
That is good. Security token means, security is something has already been regulated.
Yeah.
So when people are trying to tokenize the security, that means they will follow a kind of regulation. Then once it is regulated, then that will be very easy to adopt.
How about in China? Like, is security tokens
Yeah,
legal there?
Security is, of course, security is legal, but security token has not been explored. Many people they are trying to try this way to have it regulated.
Are they looking into that right now, or
You mean the government?
Yeah, the government.
Yes.
Yeah.
The China government is really very smart. They have already looked into this industry, 3 or 4 years ago. The central government, they look at the cryptocurrency, they try to study, is that possible to issue digital RMB in the future? So they are really very smart.
Now let's talk more about Fusion.
Yeah.
Fusion is an opening of like a new era of crypto finance for the Internet of Value. Do you mind just introducing what Fusion is to us?
Fusion is trying to solve two problems.
Yeah.
The first problem is interoperability. No matter in the real business world, like in one bank or in one country, or even in the cryptocurrency blockchain world, we see Bitcoin or Ethereum, they are silo system. Bitcoin cannot be sitting in one smart contract with Ethereum token. And one bank is not able to ask another bank to do the ledger booking for them.
Yeah.
So the value system, they're separated, they're siloed. What Fusion is trying to do is to solve the interoperability problem, to have all of those value ecosystem to running on one platform. That's why we developed a couple of different technology like DCRM, to have all of those tokens to running on one platform, to connect the value ecosystem together. That's why we position Fusion to be a value connector. And the second problem where Fusion is trying to solve is the automation of finance. In finance world today, if we want to exchange value, like, if we want to exchange one fiat currency to another fiat currency, we need to rely on the foreign currency exchange.
Yeah.
If we want to exchange the stocks with fiat currency, we need the stock exchange, right?
Yes.
If we want to exchange the finance derivatives with fiat currency or other things, we need the financial institutions. So we always rely on the third party to use the manual way with a very high cost and the low efficiency to do that.
And it takes a long time as well.
Yes, exactly. So the second thing Fusion is trying to help is the financial automation. With Fusion's help, we can imagine in the future there could be some smart contract represents the derivatives, which can involve more than thousands of different parties in one smart contract, and involving more than thousands of different assets, including fiat currencies and some other digital assets, cryptocurrencies. Maybe all of them they can sit in one smart contract and make them automated.
So will you be working with banks and all these foreign currency exchanges to kind of bring all these services together?
Yes, this is one of our strategy. We are in conversation with governments, financial institutions, fintech companies, and the blockchain projects. One strategy of Fusion is to enable them, maybe they're not big fan of public blockchain, so we can enable them to use alliance chain, but with the technology provided by Fusion, like DCRN, time lock function, and the universal account number function, to running using to running in on their platform, and they can try all the function on Fusion.
And you mentioned DCRM. Do you mind just expanding that a little bit for us? Just explaining what it is.
No problem. DCRM is a short abbreviation of decentralized distributed control rights mechanism.
Yeah.
As we all know, all of the cryptocurrencies today, they are controlled by the private key.
Yeah.
And even some digitized fiat currency like Gemini US dollar, they are issued based on based on ERC20.
Yeah.
So that means they are also controlled by the private key. DCRM means, starting from Fusion, we can not only have the different nodes to help us to book the ledger, like Bitcoin, Ethereum. We can also rely on the nodes to help us to manage the assets outside of our blockchain.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Gemini US dollar, Paxos, digitized the US dollar, or any other digital assets.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they can log in and running on Fusion, but the control rights will be managed. The custody, the assets itself, will be in custody of a bunch of different nodes, not rely on the centralized
system.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And when are we expecting, a new release or the new exciting news from Fusion?
Yeah, I think very soon.
Yeah.
We are executing our 90 days plan starting from early September. We're going to have one strategy as our public blockchain. We will ask our community members to participate to test the different functions for our public blockchain, like DCRM function, like time lock function, like staking with the time lock Fusion,
Wow.
like universal account number function. We will ask our community members to help us to test. And on the other side, we are also engaging with a lot of different institutions. Just as I said, governments, financial institutions. Yes, we're in conversation.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're in conversation.
Well, we cannot wait. Where can we find out more about Fusion?
One is the website,
Yes.
official website, fusion.org.
Fusion.org.
Yes.
If you want to find out more about Fusion, go to www.fusion.org.
And you can also follow the my personal Twitter. It's DJ Chen Fusion.
DJ Chen Fusion. Just
And-
one word.
Yeah,
Okay.
and also anyone you are interested in Fusion, you can follow the Telegram channel, Fusion Foundation.
Fusion Foundation.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to put the links down here. And thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, sir.
So good talking to you. If you like our video, please also subscribe to FOMOMedia, and thank you for watching.
Thank you.